Hey pilots, Bounty here from Bounty Gaming. Today we're going to be checking out these sniper rifles and take a look at the differences. Currently we are Gen 10 on all of these snipers, so I thought it would be good to run through the stats and let you guys know the differences between these sniper rifles. Starting out with the damage, the way to read that is how many shots do I need to kill a pilot? Accuracy, how much correction do I need to add on to the scope when I'm zooming in? We'll take a look at that later. Range, they're all the same, forget about that. Fire rate, how soon after getting one kill can I get a second, third and fourth pilot or grunt kill? And then ammo, how many bullets can I unleash before I need to reload? Alrighty pilots, our first example with the DMR, it's a great fast shooting sniper rifle, but if you notice you're hitting pilots first hit all the time, like I did just there for both of those pilots, you probably are ready to move on to the Kraber. So that's my main advice for the DMR. Use it second, start out with the double take, see how you go. Move up to the DMR second because it is a fast shooting Kraber rifle pretty much, especially with amp weapons. Check this out, it's easy to get one hit kills. So I'd recommend if you're using the DMR, have the amp weapons online. Judge yourself, maybe take a few recordings. Are you hitting pilots the first time? If you are, you're ready for the more challenging Kraber rifle. That screenshot there guys is showing the amount of correction that you sometimes need to put onto the scope. Again, I'd recommend trying this out on grunts and stalkers to actually see, hey, when I zoom in, how much correction do I need to put onto the scope to ensure you're getting the maximum amount of kills. Here's another example pilots, we killed the guy on the left, but the dot is way to the right. So definitely practice that. That was the first thing I actually did when sniping in Titanfall 2, because everyone likes a nice quick scope and, you know, looking cool in the kill cams and things like that. And that's what it's all about guys. So after all of that practice with the DMR, we moved up to the Kraber, and now we're actually ready to add some movement. You'll notice with the DMR and also the double take, I'm quite static, but the trick to the Kraber pilots is to actually move around. I know that sounds crazy, and I know you're probably sitting there going, how am I supposed to aim when I'm moving around? Got to focus on strafing and crouch sprinting and all of this, but it actually makes Kraber a lot easier. And I can't really explain it any more than that because it's just the truth. Feel free to check out some of Benchy's videos if you need tips with Krabering. He basically told me, Bounty, just move around and you'll be fine. And I mean, look at this. He's 100% right. So Kraber guys, as you already know, it's the one hit kill sniper rifle. No matter what, you don't need amp weapons, it's always a one hit kill. My advice for this is start from the pure grunt kills. Join a game, have the Kraber, don't worry about titans, don't worry about your score. Line up tons of grunts and stalkers, practice the quick scoping so you can actually pull off shots like this in your game. Trust me pilots, it's going to be boring at the start, but all of that work you put in, all of that scope correction, learning how the Kraber looks and feels, it's gonna pay off. Alrighty, let's take a look at the double take. This is kind of like a shotgun sniper rifle. You don't do too much damage, so generally I do have amp weapons, but they have recently buffed it, so it's about 2 kills to get 2 shots to get a pilot. And you'll notice the range here is just outstanding, getting the guy off the aerial there, but we are static, so what I encourage you pilots to do is almost stand still, just have a little bit of a strafe in between shots, and just confirm the kill and leave the scene straight away. There's a no scope there pilots.
Well, that pilot's not gonna be happy in a few.
Alrighty pilots, so just to recap, your journey, sniping on Titanfall 2, if you're struggling, you've got to start sniping. It's the fastest way I've found to level up. Fastest way to get Gen 10 and all of the glory. What you should be doing is starting out on the double take. The double take is not too bad, it's a friendly sniper rifle, and what I'd recommend is avoiding the titans, just getting as many shots out as you can, whether it's on pilots, grunts, stalkers, reapers, honestly anything, even enemy titans. Just practice, practice, practice. You should be emptying your clip all the time, reloading, getting lots of kills, and still ending up with a pretty high score. Once you feel comfortable with the double take, remember to stand still a bit more than other snipers. Once you get comfortable with the shots, you're actually performing quite well in the game, then it's time to move on to the DMR, because this here, there's a smaller margin of error that you cannot make when aiming down the scope. You've got to be a lot more precise. The DMR though, if you do use amp weapons, it is pretty much a one-hit kill. I'd recommend trying that second, again starting out with the grunts and the stalkers, moving up to the pilots, and when it's the end of the match, if all the pilots have left, practice your shots on Reapers, practice your shots on the evac ship, aim for one of the windows, things like that. It's all going to pay off. You want to maximize the practice that you're putting in every single game. When you find, okay, Bounty, I'm using the DMR, I'm using amp weapons, if I'm not, I'm generally hitting pilots first time, congrats, you're actually ready for the Kraber. Now for the Kraber, you put all of your previous knowledge and skill and practice into action, but you just add movement. If you're a standstill Kraber pilot, yep, you might not die as much. Yes, you're still going to get some kills, but you will struggle, absolutely struggle, to get first place all the time. You've just got to move, pilots. You've just got to move. I thought, you know, I can't wall ride, I can't do this, I'm using the Kraber, this is ridiculous. And as soon as I started moving, not only was I winning live fire matches, attrition, easy. Skirmish, easy. Everything started going a lot better when you add movement to the Kraber. Anyway, pilots, we're going to wrap it up here. If you have any questions, I'll be answering them in the comments below. Enjoy sniping on Titanfall 2, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.